Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome back. Meet me standing at the front of the mat, feet hip distance apart, toes facing directly in front of you. Lift the toes and press into all four corners of the feet. Noticing as you press down, you begin to lift your quads, lift the kneecaps, lengthen the tailbone towards the mat. Lift the heart space and the crown of the head. Roll the shoulders back and down, open up through the heart. And as you inhale deeply, filling your whole body with breath, close your eyes. And exhale, grounding down through the solidity beneath your feet. Inhale deeply, filling your whole body with breath. Swoop the hands down, around and up, and exhale, press the air away. Inhale, reach down, around and up, take up space. Exhale, press the air away like you're moving through water. Inhale, slowly, arms down, around and up, and exhale, press the air away. Inhale, reach, and this time, take your left wrist and your right palm and reach over to the right side bend. Open up through the left side body, ground down through the left foot, back to center and over to the other side. Press down through the right foot. Inhale, come back to center, take your palms behind your ears, elbows out and open through the heart space. Exhale, elbows together, round through the back. Inhale, open, lift, look up. And exhale, elbows together, press through the back. Inhale, open. Heart lifts. Exhale, chin to chest, elbows together. Inhale, the arms down, around and up. And exhale, sink into chair. So this class revolves around chair pose. We want to make sure we don't sink forward with our chest rounded open. We want to lengthen through this tailbone, core engaged, heart lifted. Knees should be in line above the ankles. So look down and make sure you can see your toes. If you can't, come out a little bit, lift higher. Core should be tight, and exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, bend through the left knee and lift the right arm up. You should feel a nice stretch in the right psoas. Reach up and overhead, release, both palms on the mat. Bend through the right knee and open, lift through the left arm. Reach towards the sky. Inhale up and overhead and release, forward fold. Let your head be heavy. Shake your head yes and no. Cross your arms above your head and allow gravity to take over. Inhale, half lift, flat back. And exhale, plant the palms. And step it back to plank. Shoulders over wrists, spread the fingers wide, core engaged. Press the heels away from you. And come forward into chaturanga or belly to mat, and upward facing dog. Optional second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. And gently bend one knee and then the other. Lift your hips high. Spread the fingers wide. Press through the base of each knuckle. Core up and in, navel up and in. And gently allow the heels to fall in the direction of the mat. They don't need to touch the mat. You can keep your knees deeply bent and lift your hips high. And inhale, walk it to the front of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms down around enough, and exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Inhale, reach, and exhale. Clasp your hands behind you, or a towel or a belt. Inhale, open the heart space towards the sky, and exhale, chair. Keep the clasp, hips back, core engaged, heart open, like you're sitting in a chair. Inhale, open the heart, press your palms away from you, and release. Sink deep into your chair, and from here, we will do 10 curtsy lunges. So I'm turning to look at you, but you'll take the left leg back and to the side, and then you'll switch right leg back and to the side. We'll do 10 total. So make sure your knee is over your ankle. Step back into the side, and then over to the other side. Heart open, core engaged, even though we're working on our legs. You can do 10 of these, or you can pause the video and do 20 if you're feeling extra motivated today. And once you're done, come back to chair at the front of the mat. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, plant the palms and step it back to plank. Press the front body up to meet the back body, and chaturanga or cobra to upward facing dog. Optional second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Hips high, walk it out. Shake your head yes and no. Externally rotate the biceps and internally rotate the triceps. Inhale the right leg up, and exhale, step it through. Inhale, lift, high lunge. Make sure your right knee is above your right ankle. Core tight, shoulders down and back. Press through the left heel. Make sure your hips are directly underneath your shoulders. And breathe. Clasp your hands behind you. Open the heart space. If you would like, you can walk your hands down the left leg, coming into a deeper back bend. Yogi's choice. You can also stay upright, just opening the shoulders. Inhale. Step forward to the front of the mat, balancing on your right leg. And from here, we will attempt to kick out to the left side and step back to high lunge. So step forward, balancing on the right leg, kick to the side, and step back to high lunge. We'll do 10 of these. If you need to tap the left foot on the ground for balance, absolutely do so. This is tough. You can also release the clasp if you're having a hard time with your balance. We'll do 5 to 10. I did 10. Step forward, balance on the right leg, and then side leg lift with the left, and step back to high lunge. So we're working on quads, we're working on hip strength, we're working on balance, which is brain strength. And inhale, release when you're done to high lunge. And exhale, plant the left palm up to the mat. Inhale, right arm up, easy twist. Open the heart space, press the left heel away from you. Bring the right knee in towards your body, make sure it's not flaying out to the side. And from here, come into side plank on the left side. Left shoulder over wrist. And we'll do 5 to 10 star side planks. So lift the hips high and then squeeze the right leg up. Lift the right leg up. 5 to 10 times. When you're done, reach up and overhead, plank, and Yogi's Vinyasa, Yogi's choice of Vinyasa, to meet me in downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. Spread the fingers wide, walk it out. And inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. And exhale, sink a little deeper into your high lunge. Lengthen your tailbone towards the mat, shoulders down and back away from your ears. And exhale, clasp your hands behind you, reverse the clasp this time. Inhale your heart open. You can walk your clasped hands down your right leg to get a deeper back bend, or feel free to stay upright, simply opening the shoulders. And from here, same thing as the other side. So balance on your left leg, step forward into one-legged chair and right side kick. Or leg lift and step back to high lunge. Keep the clasp, heart open. Engaging your core will really help with balancing. And make sure that your knee is above your ankle. You use your muscles, your hip muscles to lift. So don't just use momentum. Make sure that you are consciously engaging the muscles. And step back to high lunge. 5 to 10 times. And when you're done, release. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, plant the right palm to the mat. And inhale the left arm up. Easy twist. Open through the heart space. Press through the right foot. Keep that back foot stick straight. And come into side plank on the right side. Hips high. And 5 to 10 star side planks. Star side plank kicks. So left leg raises, basically. Make sure your right shoulder is over your wrist. Your shoulders are stacked, your hips are stacked, and you're using that hip muscle. When you're done, reach up and over, come into plank. Give me a nice good plank, and yogi's choice of vinyasa, belly to mat and cobra, or chaturanga and upward facing dog, and meet me in downward facing dog. Lift your hips high, bend one knee and then the other. Shake your head yes and no. Inhale the right leg up. Open the right hip on top of the left. And we'll do knee circles. So you open, you come down, around, and back. Your choice. Make it feel good. There's no right or wrong. And then once you're done there, step it through. Bring the back heel to the mat and windmill your arms up into Warrior Two. Lengthen your tailbone, core engaged, lift through the heart space. Bend deeply into that right knee. Make sure the knee is above the ankle. And you can internally rotate the left hip so as not to twerk your ankle. Check your back toes, make sure they're facing slightly inward or directly parallel to the back of the mat. Relax your shoulders down your back and reach far, far ahead of you and far, far behind you. Stand strong in Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale your arm up and back, reverse warrior, sink deep into the right knee. And press through the right leg, straighten, reach deeper, reach farther behind you. And then hinge at the hips, reach as far in front of you as you can before releasing the right hand down into triangle, Trikonasana. Rotate the left hip up towards the sky. You can have your hand on a block, your shin, your thigh, just not your knee. And exhale, plant both palms. Hop that back foot in a little bit closer so both feet are facing towards the front of the room. Hips are square. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, pyramid pose or extended side stretch. Inhale, find length in the spine. And exhale, plant the palms. Step it back to plank vinyasa. Optional second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, open the hip, drop the foot behind you, and a few knee circles, whatever feels good in your body, any direction you'd like. As long as it feels good. And when you're done, step it through, drop the back heel, and windmill your arms up into Warrior Two. Shoulders down and back, relax the traps. Sink deep into that left knee. Check your right toes, make sure that they are facing slightly in. Your core is engaged, and look out past your left fingertips. Energetically reaching far ahead of you. Sink deep into the left leg. And flip the left hand over, reach forward to come back, reverse warrior. Press through the left leg, straighten, reach farther behind you, and then hinge at the hips, reach far ahead of you, and come into triangle pose. Open the right side body towards the sky, right hip toward the sky. Your hips should be basically stacked. Shoulders stacked. Reach energetically up and over. Bring your right palm to the mat. Bring your right foot forward a little bit so that your feet are now on railroad tracks. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold, pyramid. Try to keep your hips square. Should be feeling really nice in your hamstrings. You can also have two blocks here if you'd like. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, plant the palms and step it back to plank. And Yogi's Vinyasa, core tight. Make sure you're engaging all of your muscles. Cobra or upward facing dog. Optional second chaturanga, and meet me in plank. Core engaged, press the heels away from you, and then inhale the right heel up. Exhale, release, and then the left heel up. We'll do 10 of these, core tight. Inhale right and then left. Kick the heel towards the sky. And when you're done, bring your knees to the mat. As wide as the mat, toes touching, and sink your hips back into wide-legged child's pose. Shoulders relaxed, forehead to the mat. Allow your hips to be heavy, your body to be heavy. Come back to your breath. Inhale, walk the hands in towards the body. Bring the feet a little bit wider than your hips, your knees hip distance apart, and sit between your feet if you can. If you need to grab a cushion here or a block, you can. And then walk your hands back, heart lifted, into reclined hero's pose. You can always come down onto your elbows as well, or bring your shoulders onto the mat. Just make sure that your knees are hip distance apart, emanating directly from your hip joint, and they remain on the ground. They should not lift. If they lift, please stay up on your elbows or your hands. And also make sure there's no pain here in the knees. Make sure you lengthen your tailbone away from you, lift, feel the stretch through the front of the hips. Gently walk yourself back up as you're ready. Bring your palms to the mat and step it back to downward facing dog. You can walk, step, or jump to the front of the mat and inhale into chair. Sink the hips low, clasp behind. Once again, open the heart. Look up to the right, opening the right shoulder. Come back to center and inhale over to the left side. Look down and make sure that your knees are parallel. Inhale back to center, heart open, lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale your arms down, around, and up. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Step the left foot back as far as you can. Hands on the hips, open the heart space, and exhale, wide-legged forward fold. You can bring your forehead to the mat, excellent. If not, grab some blocks to bring the floor to you. Reach over to the right, bring your forehead towards your right leg, and then over to the left, forehead towards your left leg. A little bit of a twist, a little bit of an extra stretch. Come back to center. Inhale, the right arm up. Keep your hips squared here. Reach up and overhead and switch right hand to the mat. Inhale, the left arm up. Reach up and over. Then both hands on the mat and sink into the right knee. You can reach one hand or both hands in front of you, sinking into a side lunge. Hips back. Press away from you with your hips. There's a energetically reaching forward and reaching back. Switch to the other side. Lift your hands in the air, core tight, left knee over left ankle. And from here, we will do figure eight. So swoop your hands in sort of a figure eight motion on the mat, sinking deeply into your hips. So you're doing side lunges at the same time. Make sure your knees are over your ankles. And make this a fluid motion. See if you can find it in your spine as well. Now, take your toes out, heels in below the knees, and inhale, lift up into plie, and twist to the left, and then twist to the right. Press your knees away from you. Inhale, come back to center, and sink into your plie, hands to prayer at heart center. And we'll do 10 plie pulses. So sinking a couple inches and lifting a couple inches 10 times. When you're finished, you can roll your mat, bring your knees to the mat, calves parallel, feet flexed, and relax into frog pose. Bring your forehead to the mat, allow gravity to take over. And come back to your breath. Breathe into your inner thighs. Breathe into your hips. Allow your hips to be heavy in order to open the thighs more in this stretch. Inhale, walk your hands in towards your body. Bring your knees a little bit closer together. Then relax in the wide-legged child's pose. Release into a wide-legged child's pose. Inhale, walk your hands in towards your body. Turn back to the front of the mat if you were all wonky directioned like I was. Come to sit on your bum. Bring your legs as wide as they can go. Toes flexing in towards you, and walk your hands forward into wide-legged forward fold again. Ground your sits bones into the mat. I like to take my hands to my calves and press away from me. That helps me find a flat back and lengthen the spine. It also helps me find a little more depth in the stretch. Inhale back up and bring your heart space over your right leg. Doesn't matter how far down you go, just a little bit of a twist and a little bit of a stretch. Inhale back to center and over to the left side. Bring your heart space over your left leg. If you can bring your forehead to your knee, even better. If not, no worries. Grab a strap even. This would feel nice with a strap. Inhale back to center. Take your right elbow to the mat and reach up and over on the left side, side bend. And switching sides. Reach up and over with the right. Open up the right side body. Inhale back to center. Bring the soles of the feet together, Utkatasana, cobbler's pose. Lift through the heart, and then with a flat back, forward fold. You can press the knees away from you with your elbows. Give yourself a little bit of a foot massage since you already have your feet in your hands, and your feet can always use a little bit of extra loving. Begin to slow down the breath. Inhale, come back to center. Take the right leg over the left into a seated twist. Left elbow to right knee. Lift the heart space, find length in the spine. If you can clasp, do so. If not, just stay at your level and look over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center and switch. Right leg on the mat, left leg up and over. Reach with the right hand and then twist over to the left. Right elbow to left knee or clasp, and just gently look over the left shoulder. You don't need to look behind you, just feel a nice gentle twist in the spine. Lift through the heart space, lift through the crown of the head, and release back to center. Take your legs long in front of you, flex your toes back towards you. Inhale, reach, and exhale, forward fold. You can let your head be heavy. Feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings. Or if you would like this to be more in your lower back, you can bend the knees, however deeply, and bring the stretch into the lower back. Inhale back up, bend the knees, and roll down onto your back. If you have a strap, grab it. If not, just grab your calf, flex the right foot, and bring it in towards your body to get a nice hamstring stretch. You can also bend the left leg and have the left sole of the foot on the ground. Ground down through the right hip and gently pull the right leg over to the left. This is not a big move, it's only an inch or two. You should be able to feel this in your IT band if you're pressing down through the right hip. And then ground down through the left hip and bring the right leg all the way out to the right side. Inhale back to center and switch feet. So left foot up, right foot either straight out or leg bent. Bring your left foot in the direction of your face to stretch the hamstrings. You can also be just grabbing your calf or your thigh. And then bring the left foot over to the right. Ground down through that left hip. Flex the foot. You can even play a little bit here and move the foot in and out. And then take your left leg out to the side, ground down through the right hip. Inhale back to center, release both legs to the mat. Bend the left knee, bring the right ankle over the left knee, and either stay here or thread your hands behind your left thigh and pull your left knee in towards your chest in a nice hip opener figure four pose. Flex your feet. You can gently rock left and right. Release and switch sides. Also feel free to pause the video and do this for a longer amount of time if it feels good for you, if you have the time to do so. If not, you can let your legs go long, feet relaxing left to right, heavy, heart open, shimmy the shoulders up underneath the heart space, palms open, eyes closed, and allow yourself these few moments to let go of everything and tune in to yourself to reap the benefits of this practice and to immerse yourself in gratitude for these moments this breath, this body in Shavasana. Namaste.